All right, shalom, shalom to the whole full elective nation of Israel. We're going to start off this lesson by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and have taught us this word in truth and sincerity. Peace and mercy to the whole full elect. All right, that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Of course, starting with the 144,000 across the four corners of the earth. So, in today's class, another edition of Doomsday Prophecies. Okay, and the topics that we're going to get into is the house is divided and MOTB. All right, and you should already know where the house is divided is getting into. If you haven't been sleeping under a rock, you know, Trump just put Zelensky. All right, he checked him. All right, put him in his place, but that's all prophetic. Now, I know some brothers have their take on it. It's a psyops. It could be fake. It could be real. Whether it's fake or real, it's still a psyops.
That's right.
Two, it's still prophecy. Either way. It's still prophecy. And then we're going to get into some more information about the MOTB, as we will not stop bringing out information on MOTB. We will not stop until Yahweh Shemeshah tells us to stop. Because it's advancing. It's already here, but there's more coming out about it, more and more that fulfills the scriptures, the prophecies that are in the Bible. So any opening precepts or statements before we get into these clips?
Khan, yes. If I may. Wow. Right into the title, the divided house. Okay. And I'm going to talk about the divided house. Read the prophetic scriptures pointing to Rome, which America now has the principles of Rome, because that's what it's going into, right? These prophetic scriptures. So I have Daniel. I'm going to read the scriptures that speaks about this divided house, because it was prophetic and was pointing actually to this time. So this is Daniel 2:41, and when you go into it, if you are deep into this, as a young elder mentioned, man, if you don't know what the divided house is, that means you don't understand prophecy. It wasn't given you, and you should. Well, the elect will understand it because they're led of the Spirit. So it says, excuse me, I'll just read the 40th verse, Daniel 2:40, real quick. The fourth kingdom, just to establish for those at home, because we have to be clear. It says, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. Right. So there's a clue to this fourth kingdom. They're strong as iron. For as much iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all things.
You know what? Let's hold that because that's going to work with the clip coming up.
Oh, you see, I said too much. That's the spirit. No. Let me go to the point.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to get to the point because I already said that this is speaking about Rome and it prefigures America with regard to America's principles. Okay, Mr. Babylon. So verse 41, and it says, whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron. Right? So we're watching, anyway, I'm not going to say anything about that, but simply
play the clip first.
Yeah.
That said, we're going to have to read that again because
absolutely.
It's going to illustrate what you're reading.
Beautiful. For as much as thou sawest the iron mixed, right? You folks understand the words, man. It's mixed with clay, miry clay. That's it, brother.
Can I bring this up?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Going into prophecy. This is the book of Ezekiel 30:1, and the point is in 3. The word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, prophecy and say, and the elders say, we don't want to stop repeating, going over prophecy. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, how ye woe worth the day, weeping and well on that day. People are gonna be crying and being confused because they have in their mind that this place is gonna continue. Verse 3, for the day it is near, even the day of the Lord Yahweh is near, a cloudy day, it should be the time of the heathen.
Yep, and that's
That's
the
right.
time we're in. We're in the time of the heathens, and that's why you're seeing this grievance, all right, between the whore and the beast. Okay, the beast, the NATO and the EU, and as Elder Malak brought out, the miry clay in Rome being that fourth beast is Rome. But then it says, I saw at the feet of it, right? Miry clay and iron mixed together. That's the European nations today, the modern day European nations. You had 10 what's it called?
Horn? You want horn?
No. The 10 different nations that were there in the time of Rome. Visigoths, Alemanni, Vandals, damn, I forgot. You gotta go back into that. But maybe we'll do a lesson on that another time. But you had those 10 what are they called? Dramatic tribes back then. Okay, now it represents the modern day European nation. All right, as we look at the European Union, the countries on the east side, all right, of Europe, okay, that are in the EU are weaker financially and economically than the countries on the left. The countries on the left of Europe, all right, that are in the European nation, their economies are worth trillions of dollars, where the economies on the east, all right, their economies are worth billions of dollars. So that's that mixing of clay and iron. A country, a certain amount of countries are stronger economically than another certain amount of countries that are in the EU. Just look up their economic GDP, okay? And a lot of those countries on the west, they're in the trillions, where the ones in the east are in the billions. So they're significantly weaker. Now, getting into this clip, shalom, brother.
If I may add real quick to that precept, brother. Yeah. A powerful precept that came out because it talks about the word woe, which is war, and it broke it down plainly. And I have the word woe, right? And we're in the time of war. There's a guy going around talking about he's going to take people's jobs and do all of this right? And we know who that person is in regards to that system. So it says it is used as denunciations, and that's what this guy goes around. He denounces the other places. Okay, he's the top guy of denouncing nations. Okay, and it says, excuse me, and thus interjectually, the word woe also compare well away, and then it says a heavy calamity and afflictions.
Yep.
Okay.
Is going to lead to a heavy calamity, and the spirit was on Trump to say what he said. The spirit was on Zelensky to do what he did and say what he said as well. Why? To fulfill prophecy. And this all is because we're going to get the precept. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, man.
Right.
This is the Most High's movie, man.
That's right.
Have the script, and we're letting you know what's going on. And as we let you know what's going on before it happens, it happens.
Beautiful.
How about Shemel Shai is dealing with the men of Great Millstone, starting with Apostle Tahar on down, and our affiliates, sincere affiliates.
Beautiful. If I may finish the rest of it, right? It's powerful because we already went into a lot of things and show. It says woes paired. And there's a word here that is new to me, right? It says woes paired alliteratively in weal and woe, prosperity or adversity. Isn't that what they're preaching? These guys, this iron system, they're top of they're the top in this world preaching prosperity or adversity. They say, listen, if you don't go along with us, man, you're gonna get one or the other. Anyway, that's all I got on the word woe.
False sense of prosperity.
Hmm?
It's a false sense of prosperity.
That's simply put. Beautiful. That's the point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold this word that it says. That's a new one for me. Okay. Continue, brother. Go ahead. That's all I got. Yes, sir.
So we'll play this clip, and this is fair use, fair use. We're not making any money from this video. None of the channels on this panel are making money from this video. This is just for educational purposes only. So fair use, fair use, fair use. And this is also from the brother here, JMS Babylon is fallen. So subscribe and be edified. All right. This was a good lesson he went into, breaking it all down. But I want to play a certain aspect of the clip where he has the whole thing going from the beginning right to the end. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this.
That Donald Trump said after this.
We'll hear a little bit of what he says too, because he breaks it
Trump.
nicely.
Emperor Trump. Emperor Trump. Huh. I mean, you can see the title, right? Hold on, family. I'm going to play the video. Trump kicks Zelensky out of the White House after he bit the hand that's feeding him. Trump kicked Zelensky out of the White House after he bit the hand that feeds him.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you've not seen this yet, family, hold on to your seats. Because the one statement that Donald Trump said after this encounter, he said it's going to make great television. And let me tell you, Emperor Nero Trump, he was 100% right. So without further ado, let's just go into it, man. Because if you ain't seen this yet, man, hold on to your seats, family. Hold on to your seats. Let's hit it.
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal? It doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world. And I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough, but you're never going to get a deal that way. So
you see, hey, he's letting you know if it gets to a point where war has to break out, I'm gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna win. If I need to put you guys down through missiles and war, I can do that. He has a mindset, the perfect mindset for war, to usher World War III, to usher in World War III.
Wow.
And usher in the MOTB, as we're going to get as well. We're going to touch on that topic as well. Okay, now let's get this precept real quick. A mouth speak great things.
That's right.
Because he's proud, right?
That's right.
Now, I understand why he feels the way he feels, because at the end of the day, America's the top nation on the planet Earth right now.
That's right.
But prophecy says you're going to lose. So your pride is in vain.
That's right.
Let me get to see. Shall speak great words. Okay.
Wow.
So it says here, Daniel 7:25. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. And, he's just speaking great words right now. But, hey, we did a lesson on Trump talking about the prophets of doom, the perennials, right? And it starts with, the international bankers, man. They set these people up and set up this world to be in great defiance to the Most High and everything that is Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. Okay, so, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change the times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the time of times, and a dividing of times, and that's basically, basically 300. Was it 300 and
billion?
365 years in total, right? From 1619 to 1969.
69, okay. 3.5, which is
Three and
comes
a
up
half
3.5.
years.
I have to check the numbers in regards to that.
350, that's 350 years.
50 years, okay.
Yeah. Because 40, 3.5 years. Because 40 months when you go into Revelation, that's 3.5 years.
Mhm.
So, you know, it was giving him until that time because that's where we get the truth. But the whole point is that these devils, the top elites of these devils, their pride is towards and against the Most High. You know, and with this guy, you know, Emperor Trump, he's playing right into prophecy where it says that the beast shall hate the whore.
Right.
He represents the whore because that the whore is America, and he's you know, the president of America. Zelensky, the European nations, NATO, right? They all represent the beast that are going to hate the whore, starting with Russia. Okay, and Russia is their own thing. They're not even a part of NATO or the beast. NATO was set up to take down Russia.
Gog and Magog.
Right, they're not a part of NATO or the EU. Slack is what I meant to say. But yeah, Gog and Magog. Right. So, hey, this man is the perfect. He has the perfect spirit to usher in World War III. So let's continue on.
Right.
That's the way it goes. One more question.
Hey, I would respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who
This is the vice president.
stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump's doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact?
2015.
2014.
2014 is
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, you know, the situation the same. That people have been dying on the contact line.
Oh, we got another brother joining. Beautiful. Okay, so continue on.
Nobody stopped him. You know, we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him. Me, like a new president in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken the ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect.
Yo, so the house is divided, man. All three of these guys are Edomites. You understand? The house is divided because he's talking about how the only way to really end this is by action, and action in the name of diplomacy.
I have the word, brother. That's the spirit. Whenever you're ready, if you want it.
Kind of Zelensky is saying, what diplomacy are you talking about? Basically saying that you guys are talking shit. You guys have been saying diplomacy, but he's been Putin has been kicking our ass since 2014. You guys have shit. That's basically the sentiment he's coming into, and this is why it blows up from here. You know, go ahead. You know, you got the word. You can bring it out.
Beautiful. America. Trump's favorite words: making America great again, and is the policy diplomacy. It says the science of formal intercourse between nations through authorized agents. The art, the skill of negotiating and drafting treaties. We know that this guy, the head of, the so-called free world, he is a businessman. And it says more loosely, right, in regards to diplomacy, transactions and management of international business in general.
That's
Hey,
why he's meeting.
go ahead. No,
So
go,
that's why
go,
he's
bro.
meeting with Trump, or sorry, meeting with Putin, right? Meeting with Putin, making deals. You know, everything he makes, every deal he makes is a business deal. But all his movements are movements that are given that are ordered to him by the top looking elites. He's a puppet. Okay, so he's gonna play the role of being that guy, you know, that tyrant, to basically usher in World War III.
That's right.
All this, man, is again, fuck it. Again, some brothers think this is staged. Some brothers believe it's real. Whether it's staged or real, it's still prophecy.
It's still prophecy
Mm-hmm.
being played out. Just that the prophets are here to tell you plainly, according to scripture, like this precepts and that came out. This man is the war that in his heart, he's going to play it out because the Lord says so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not because Trump want to do it, because the Lord says so. Lord put that spirit on him. Let me read on in regards to diplomacy real quick. It says, formed from diplomate, right? Or diplomat, which is what he is. Okay. And then it says real quick, from Latin diploma, it says official document conferring privilege diploma. So when this guy done, hey, hurry up, Trump, and do what the Lord said to do in regards to the MOTB. You got to bring that law. The Lord says so. It says, let me read it. Official document conferring, right? Of course, many documents conferring, we're talking about diplomacy, confirming a privilege for sense evolution. See that? So this is the evolution of prophecy, right? Nobody can stop it, okay? Because the Lord says so. It's going to come to pass, whether you believe it or not. Anyway, that's all I got on that.
Shalom, Akim. Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Shalom.
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 Hey, I know you were on this. You seen what happened.
Khan, yeah.
And I know you got some things. You got some things, eh? I know.
I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to. I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless you.
You already said you have nice shores, but what do you say? You have nice shores, but the
destruction of your country.
A lot of questions.
Let me slow it down.
Yeah, you can go back. Go back.
Nice shore. No. Yeah, I'm just gonna slow it down. Let's slow it down to 0.75. Here's what he said.
Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now. But you will.
You have nice shores and you don't feel nothing now. Hey, can a brother get that precept? The careless city. Right, woe to the careless city. This is spiritual, man. The Most High put His spirit on these two men, all right, to fulfill His script. Because it's true, America right now. What he said, America has that pride that listen, you guys are thinking you're doing good now, but guess what? It's going to come a time where you're going to be just like the rest of us, and even in a worser case, according to prophecy, you're going to be completely wiped off the map.
Yeah, the Lord put the spirit on him to to prophesy.
That's right.
Somebody get that precept.
Where is that? Zephaniah?
Zephaniah 15.
2 and 15? Is that one?
Yeah.
If you got it, yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, Zephaniah 2 and 15. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt courteously, that say in her heart, I am, and there's none beside me. How is she become a desolation?
Right. Yep, and that's the American spirit. All right,
Oh,
that is the American spirit, man. They dwell carelessly, and that's why iniquity increases, even though things are getting worse, because they don't give a shit. They have this pride, right? It says, "As the king, so the people." Right?
mhm.
They have this pride, and really, the true kings are who? The international bankers.
Mhm.
So they have this pride that they can take, that they can take on anything and still win. Starting with the Most High, you know.
That's
So
right.
that's the pride here. Hey, when you go into America, the pride is that, hey, we're the top nation on the planet Earth. Doesn't matter what we're going through. Doesn't matter what's happening with us. We're gonna make through it. All right. And Zelensky is saying, nah, man. You guys have nice beaches now, but there's gonna come a time where it's not gonna be like that.
Mhm.
You know. So the nations are divided, man. Esau's house is divided.
That's right.
That's right.
Straight.
Again.
During the war, everybody has problems.
Mm-hmm.
Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
But you
Oh,
feel it
In
in the
the
future.
because your house is divided. Go ahead. Andy. Go ahead. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a threat?
The threat. That's prophecy. Hey,
That's
somebody get the
prophecy.
houses divided.
Prophecy, man.
Somebody get the houses divided.
Mm.
Esau and they can't stand. Somebody get that real quick. Bubba
Mhm.
I got it here.
Water.
Mark 3. I'll start from 23. Mark 3, verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan?
Mhm.
And this is red letter. Our Lord said this, Yahweh Shai.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
That's right.
And
So
if a
these
house,
Edom.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I was just gonna say all three of these guys sitting in the room here are Edomites.
Mhm.
Zelensky's the Edomite. Trump is the Edomite. And when you go to the very top of who's ruling the earth, it's all
Mhm.
Edomites.
Mhm.
That's right.
All divided. They all have their own ideas, their own plans of how they want this thing to end out and ride out. Why? It's because they're wicked. When you have a bunch of wicked people, in the same room, they're basically the proverbial crab in the bucket. They put that on us as Jake, and we are like that as Jake, but so is Esau because you're wicked. We're like that as a nation because we're cursed.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a difference. Esau, you're like that because you're just wicked. You know what I mean? So there's going to be dividends between the Edomites because they're wicked and they're not, and because of prophecy ultimately.
That's right. He's the abominable branch. He's the abominable branch. That's right. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Slocky. Go ahead.
And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
See?
And if, yep.
That's a kingdom. So the kingdom is not going to stand because, hey, the kingdom of Esau is throughout the whole four corners of the earth. That's why you get Job 9:24. Right. So then, if the kingdom of Esau is throughout the whole earth, and these nations all the nations of the earth are hating each other and fighting with each other, guess what? His house is divided.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah.
And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end.
Beautiful. All right, and that end is going to come through our nuclear fire.
That's right.
ICBM missile. That's where that end is going to lead to.
Verse 27, no man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Verily I say unto you, also, yeah, that's going into something else, yeah.
Yeah, first he will bind up the strong man, then go into his house. Now, when you go into Obadiah, I think Obadiah says what? Let me get this real quick. Obadiah right? You have to bind him up before you get into his house, right? So you gotta trick him, right? You gotta trap him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they have to high. Example something. Okay, this is Obadiah 1:7. Going into, can you read what you read it just now, Baba Kasha Shema?
Luke 3, verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
Right. So bind the strong man. You can bind somebody through many different ways. You can bind them through what's it called? Tariffs. You can bind them through you can bind a nation through tariffs. You can bind a nation through sanctions, which what they did to Russia,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's many ways to bind a nation, but ultimately what's happening is what's said here, Obadiah 1:7. All the men of that confederacy,
Mm-hmm.
right, have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
they bind you up and they're about to break in and rob you until you're completely naked, burnt up, and dry, wasted away. Okay?
That's right.
And prevailed against thee, they that eat thy bread, right? So what does that mean? The nations that have partaken of the wine of Babylon,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Eat thy
And
bread.
one of the main ways that these heathenistic nations have partaken in the ways of Babylon is through finance, money. Bread is necessity. It's a substance that you need to live. A lot of time, it links bread to money. Yo, you got the bread? You know, they will say, you got the bread? That's money, right? So those that have relied on the American dollar, guess what? They're planning to say F America because Trump, with the spirit he has on him, we believe he's Emperor Nero in the reincarnation. He's going to provoke these nations to hate him and America even more because the Most High wrote it out that way in the script. So it says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
Mm-hmm.
There is no understanding in him. That's right. All in the NLT says all your allies will turn against you. They will help chase you from your land. Right? And how you gonna get chased out of your land? You're gonna get chased out of America by the way of missiles. So you're either gonna die or you're gonna be buried in a bunker to be saved for slavery. Period.
That's right.
Okay. They will help you chase you. They will help chase you. They'll help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy. And that's why the spirit was on Zelensky to say, what kind of diplomacy are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we've been going through this since 2020, since 2014. Here we are in 2025, almost a decade and some change later, and nothing has happened. That's why later on in this video, he says we've been fighting this war ourselves, which is a stupid thing to say, because you want to say you've been fighting the war yourself, but you've received 350 million from America.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yo,
and
the
Canada,
house of the and Canada
is about to give them a whole heap of billions or millions just now again.
I think 2 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got guys sleeping in tents on pavement on grids, open grids in pavement on Young Street.
Yeah.
Right, blowing up hot air, and they got these little tarps.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
food in there. I see them cooking up. Cooking up in there.
Yeah. But you got money for you got billions of dollars to send out.
Yeah. I'll finish it up. It says, where was I? So it says, verse 7. I'll read it again. Verse 7. All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. You trusted friends, your trusted friends will set traps for you. That's why Zelensky said what he said. You know, Zelensky said, you know what? You guys have nice oceans right now, but
Beautiful.
guess what?
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, brother. Finish the statement. No, that's powerful because I have the word wound because that was a little bit of a wound there that we've been telling you people all along in regard to, you know.
Yeah, Zelensky was shaking the hand. He said, "Hey, you guys have nice oceans."
And he hurt his feelings. He hurt Trump's feelings when he said that.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Okay, brother.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
You're right. While plotting to deceive and destroy you, your trusted friends will set a trap for you and won't even know, and you won't even know about it. At that time, not a single wise person will be left in the whole land of Edom, says the Lord. For the mountains of Edom, the government, right, the rulership, will destroy everyone who has understanding. They're coming after the prophets. Right? The top wicked elite are coming after the prophets. It says the mightiest warrior. That's it. That's the point. That's it.
Beautiful. Wow. God said it there.
Okay.
Can I bring this out real quick?
Go ahead.
Isaiah 13:17, and it reads, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Right? And this is Zelensky individual. You know, his remark. He's speaking about the bear, Russia. You know, the Medes. The Lord stirring up the spirit of the Medes. You know, we can see based on Esau's media, right? That a lot of this is over the natural resources that Ukraine has. You know, because Trump said, "Hey, listen, you give us 50% and blah blah blah, we'll get a ceasefire, but we want 50%." You know, it's all about the resources. And Russia, you know, Russia's claim is, "Hey, listen, this is our land, bro.
Yeah.
You know, this is our Peter the Great, from the times of Peter the Great. This is all us."
Yeah,
you know?
Peter the Great. You're right.
Right. So it's going to get real interesting.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
And no amount of money is gonna pacify Russia when they start to really go head to head with America the Great, Babylon the Great. No amount of okay, we'll give you $6.6 trillion in filthy lucre. Just stop with your troops on our borders coming up out of Mexico.
Gone. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
God bless
You don't know that.
God bless you. God bless you.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us.
Bless
You don't know.
even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless
You don't know that.
God bless
You
you.
have nice shores and you don't feel it now, but you will feel it in the future.
But you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless
You don't know that.
God bless God bless you. Will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering
position to
your
dictate that.
That's exactly what I'm not
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're going to feel very
you will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself to be in a very bad position.
beginning
And
of
it
the
happens
war.
to be right
From
about
the
now.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start
I'm
having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't
We're
have. You play
serious,
cards.
Mr. Fred.
You're
We're
playing cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm the
with the lives of
president.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III. You're
Yeah.
gambling with
What?
World War III.
You're gambling with World War III.
Boy.
Why did he say that? Why did he say that?
Mhm.
You that are at home, you that scoff, make videos. Why did he say that?
Mhm.
Okay,
Them
let me get this
times.
real quick.
Mhm.
That's exactly it. That's exactly
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Okay, so why did he say? Because the war between Ukraine and Russia is just between Ukraine and Russia. So why does he mention World War III?
Right. That's right.
You know,
Gambling with World War III.
Yep.
it's because it's prophecy. It was the
That's right.
spirit of the Lord.
That's right.
Of course.
This is Revelation 17 and 16. It says here, I'll read in NLT. It says, the scarlet beast and his 10 horns, and her 10 horns,
Mm-hmm.
or his 10 horns, all hate the prostitute, which is America.
That's right.
They will strip her naked, eat her flesh, and burn her remains with fire. That fire is ICBM,
That's right.
nuclear intercontinental missiles, man.
Mhm.
Okay, that's why he ballistic missiles. That's why he said you're gambling with World War III.
Mhm.
For Yahweh Bashim Yashar has put a plan into their minds, a plan that they will carry out his purpose. You know, that's it on that. I just want to get verse 16 really.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I have a precept in regards to what was said in regards to when Trump talk over this guy. It's prophetic. So just in case you people at home, well, not our regular people watching, but people who come across this
Yeah.
video, you may have missed it. What was said. This is Daniel 7:20 in relation to as well. But there's a word that jumps out here. Okay, prove that America, okay, is leading out in all of this wickedness. So it says, and the 10 horns, right? Because we know about NATO and the EU, the beast, right? And it says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that speak great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. So we're focusing now on, I'm not going to talk about, we know the 10 horns, but we're not talk about that. We're going to talk about the stout,
The
right?
stout.
So,
That's right.
yeah, that's stout than his fellows, right? And this is just more proof for you folks at home to understand what you're watching in regards to this video, right? Who's dominating the conversation, right? It's the stout one, okay? Beast, the whore, excuse me. That represent the whore, the stout one, okay? Anyway, that's the point, right? So you folks can look up the word stout, right?
That's right.
Simply
I got
put,
this precept.
that's it.
It's Isaiah 13 and 17. It says, look, I will stir up the Medes against Babylon.
See?
They cannot be tempted by silver or bribed by gold. And this man's a businessman, right? So he's been in cahoots with Putin and doing good, talking. But there's going to come a time, according to an event, whatever that event is, right? We're watching and seeing where Putin's gonna be like, "Yo, fuck your money, fuck the dollar system. We're coming. we're destroying you." That's the spirit the Lord's gonna put on them, because to press the button to shoot out a ICBM. What you're calling for is worldwide destruction.
Right.
Right. So for that to happen, you have to piss someone off very seriously. This is the man to do it. Okay, verse 18. The attacking armies will shoot down their young men with arrows. They will have no mercy on helpless babies and will show no compassion for children. Right? Hey, Jeremiah 15:41. Look, a great army is coming from the north, a great nation, and many kings are rising against you from far off lands.
Right, judgment to Babylon. Yeah.
That's it, man. Judgment to Babylon.
Mhm.
Jeremiah 15:42. They are armed with bows and spears. They are cruel and show no mercy.
Mhm.
As they ride forward on horses, they sound like a roaring sea.
Mhm.
They are coming in battle formation, planning to destroy you, Babylon.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know. Hey, you know what? I'm actually gonna just make this a 1-part series because we're the spirit's leading us into the destruction of Babylon,
That's
Mhm.
right.
it being divided. So we're just gonna do the MOTB on another doomsday prophecy lesson
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
because the
right.
spirit just going into this is the big next thing right now.
Mhm.
That's right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Can I get this one precept?
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 12. It says, "Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has performed his whole work upon
Mhm.
Mount Zion and,
Mhm.
and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of
Mhm.
Assyria and the glory of his high looks."
That's right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep. High looks, right? Like you saw how high when Zelensky made his remark. DT45 Nero said, "You don't tell us how we're gonna feel, how we're supposed to feel."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him right now. Look at him right now.
Yeah. High looks.
Hey, he's like, yo, watch how you
Yeah.
fucking talk, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, in my house.
Yeah.
Watch how you talk
Exactly.
in my house.
Yo,
House
they
of
kicked him
the
out.
house of the thief.
They
Yeah,
kick him out.
Yep.
Throw him out.
that's right. Wow.
Yo, this is Ezekiel 16
Oh,
and 37. This is what I'm going to do. I will gather together all your allies, the lovers with whom you have sinned,
Mhm.
both those you loved and those you hated, and I will strip you naked in front of them so that they can stare at you.
Mhm.
Now that was applied to Israel, of course, because we did what we did. The
Mhm.
nations look at us as being naked, but we have the truth, and now we're clothed. But twofold, you can apply to America. America, it says lift up the skirts.
Mhm.
mhm.
Hey, when you're looking up a woman's skirt, you're seeing her nakedness,
Yep.
Yep.
right? You're seeing her for what she really is. So
Yep.
that exactly is like America. America, the skirt is being lifted up. Nations around the earth are seeing America for who they really are, based upon Trump being the president.
Mhm.
He's a madman.
Yep.
And guess what it's going to cause him to do? It's going to cause him to be like, you know what? Fuck this bitch. Excuse my French. Let's put it to fire.
That's right.
You see?
Our precept.
I
Go
got
ahead,
one.
brother. Yep.
Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. Right? America, the great spiritual Nineveh. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. Right? So all the whole world. Listen, this was big news today, man. You know, showing that there's schisms in the war amongst their Congress, their politicians, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
We're looking at two Edomites right here, but it's big news. Some people in the world sent me this video, sent me a text, right? And they're in the world, they're zombies, they're sleeping dead,
Yep.
But it's big news. The whole world is talking about Zelensky getting kicked out of the White House, right? But all nations are looking at America for their degeneracy. They're getting exposed for being PDF files. The royals are exposed for their slackness. You had Hunter Biden doing his stuff. Trump mentions Hunter Biden in this, right?
Yes.
So the whole world is seeing their shame.
Yep. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah, that's it on that.
Go ahead, Benjamin.
This is Isaiah 47 and 7. It says, "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's Trump. He thinks that his kingdom can't go down.
Mm-hmm.
So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. He doesn't know what's going to happen in this time, that what's going to happen. That's why this guy here, he's just putting him in remembrance to remind him, listen, buddy, you never faced war yet on this side.
It's
you
true.
don't know what's
and
coming.
It's true.
You know?
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
And he's telling him, it says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. You know, he's proud, right? I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. He thinks that nothing can happen on this side of the world. Okay. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children,
right,
and widowhood.
Yep.
They shall come upon thee in their perfection, the sword, the ICBM.
That's right.
For the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Well, that was it. You go more, but you know.
Hey, Banyamin, read the first verse, because you said America hasn't seen war on this side.
It says, oh yeah, up here. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
That's right.
Yeah, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Their kingdom's getting taken. It's gonna get destroyed, man. There's not gonna be no kingdom. Babylon's gonna be destroyed.
That's right. Go on, brother.
For those shall no more be called tender and delicate.
Right, that's
So
it right
this
there.
is not a place no more. Yeah,
Right. They're tender and delicate, you know, because America hasn't seen war. Okay, yeah, they had their civil war, the Spanish, the French, the British, you know, but America hasn't been invaded. So she's being likened to, you know, called tender and delicate, like a virgin. She hasn't been touched.
That's right. Hasn't been penetrated.
Right.
That's
right.
I got a quick say once you're done.
Let me finish these last parts here. It says, take the millstone and grind mill and uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg and uncover thy thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. So the Most High said he's coming back, man. He's coming to deal with this place. Yahweh Shai. Yeah, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You know? So we're living in that time, man.
Yep.
Real quick before the precept come out, Salaki, brother, didn't mean to jump in there, but I couldn't help it with the word dust, right? We have always used that to be confusion, and it rightly so. But I'm looking at it as a verb in action. When those missiles hit, it says dust to rise in the air as dust. Hey, the fire is coming. So, hey, continue, Trump. Push your peace and safety. Anyway, that's all I got, brother. The word dust as a verb. That's all. That's it.
Going to the statement that Zelensky mentioned about your time is coming, right? This is Isaiah 24:1, and we see people being scattered all over the place. Some of them, they might know that this place is going to be destroyed, but if it's not the missiles, as the MOTV is going to get you. So there's no way out. There's some Hebrew Israelites that you need to leave this place. But eventually, every country is going to run out of money, and they're going to implement the MOTV. So where is it good for you? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, maketh the earth empty and make it a waste, and turn it upside down, and scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. I'm going to jump to the verse 3. The land should be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken this word. Verse 4, the earth mourning, like the earth mourneth, and faded away the war language, and faded away the haughty people of the earth language. So this place is a waste.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like he's saying in the book of Jeremiah. That's right. Babylon, nobody can heal this place.
That's right. That's right. No
That's
balm
right.
for her pagan man.
That's right.
Beautiful. The land there is America, and the confusion, around the world in regards to when this place gets dealt with, right? And it's in the Lord's hand. Beautiful precept. Simply put, it's prophetic to our time. Right? Yep.
Oh, you know what? Let me read verse 5. So
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Defiled with the laws, defiled with these the alphabet people, does defile under the laws of the Heavenly Father. The food that we eat defile, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Yep. That's right.
Man, that whore will be dealt with. Simply put, man. The poison that whore brought, right? That everybody is drunk. That's me. All the nations have drunk. It's coming to an end right before our eyes, man. We're watching it go down.
I got a scripture.
All right. Well, last one. We're gonna move on in this precept in this video. Go ahead.
Okay. Revelation 18 verse 7 says, how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she says in her heart, I sit a queen and I'm no widow.
Yep.
And shall see no sorrow. So Trump doesn't think that his place not gonna get destroyed, man.
Of course.
He doesn't think that he's not gonna see no sorrow on this side of the world.
Yeah, that's why he got angry.
Yep.
That's right. He got pissed.
Yep.
It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who judges her. That was it.
That's right. That's right, man.
That's right.
Okay.
And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. With World War, you're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. It's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once? This entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, you said thank you. You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please. You think that if you will speak very loud.
You know when you get in trouble in school. You know when you're getting in trouble in school and you got the parents, the kid, and
Is there council they're having, you know? It's bubble and council them are having, you know.
Hey, man, these things don't really happen through delegates, you know? Usually the mics turns off, camera turns off, and things are done behind closed doors. So this being out here and Trump saying this will make for good TV, man, he's right. This thing's usually something like this doesn't usually happen, man.
No, they don't make it obscene.
But they were showing an example of their pride, their stoutness. You know, I apologize. I say thank you.
Yep.
You know,
and look at his hands.
Yep.
Yeah, his hands. Yeah, and his face. Look on him. Blood clot, wicked.
That's a sign, right? That's a Masonic sign.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's working. He's doing his. That's what we just read. The enchantments, all the sorceries, the evil behind this, man. These guys are all in it. They're doing things.
Yep. That's right. What's going on here?
Trying to save your country.
Please. You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of winning out okay because of
staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You haven't been alone.
In this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment. You men are brave, but they had to use our military equipment. If you didn't have our military equipment, if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Just say thank you.
He's like, I heard this from Putin. You know different. You know, shut up. In other words, we're gonna be done in 3 days. Shut up. I heard this from Putin.
Yeah.
Yo, this is not gonna go out well, man. Hey, March is tomorrow. It's tonight at 12, man. And we got the Passover coming up in 2 weeks, man.
That's right.
Yo, a lot's gonna break off, man. Call halal Yahweh Bashim El Shai.
Anything can happen.
A lot is gonna break off, bro. Lord willing, we see how Shai by the beginning of 2027, man.
Khan.
Never know.
Khan.
Indeed.
Lord willing.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on. I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But I say you don't want to ceasefire. I want a ceasefire
ceasefire
because you get a ceasefire faster than any
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me. That wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Obama. I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards. It'll be a tough deal to make because the attitudes have to change.
And it's true. It's true. America is the top nation on the planet Earth, man. That's why there's grievance. But yeah, because yes, they're the top nation, but they're also a wicked nation. So people are grieved that are under them, right? So hey, this is all a stirring up of World War III, but we know the MOTB needs to come out before this happens. But if this is happening now, and everything we've been seeing that is lining up to World War III, how much closer are we to the MOTB? You know,
because when you look at history, the history of wars, right? All wars, when you look at the lead up, there was all kind of pandering, and bickering, and fighting, and sanctions, and all. It's all nation. One president flying to go meet with this leader. This leader flying to go meet with that leader, and that went on for 3, maybe 4 or 5 years, and then all hell would break loose. You know.
What did Russia please talks? What is them? I understand that
what are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
But what if anything? What if the bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if, I don't know, they broke it with Biden. They didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom, Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break it with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. You're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. You don't have the cards. But once you sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Yeah? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right, we'll see what we can do about putting.
Oh, I tell you, he hit the nail on the head. This is going to be great television, family. Anyway, so That's how the sit down went.
Yeah. Let's see what else is.
So when they left that, they obviously left the sit down to go and into another back office, whatever, behind the scenes to make this deal, to sit down and talk. So let me show you what happened 15 minutes later. Here's if I can find it. I tell you, remember all the day before I even go to that, the day before, yesterday, our wet behind the ears Prime Minister, as you can see here, Starmer, was in America. You've all seen about that. And they said, oh, Trump backed Starmer's Kegel's plans. President promises to agree terrific UK-US trade. It says, what an unlikely bromance, right? He was in there yesterday. He says, Donald Trump and Keir Starmer struck an unlikely bromance in the Oval Office yesterday. That was yesterday. So they had smoothed up. Him and Macron was there 2 days before that. So they was all smoothing the path for when Zelensky, the donkey, was going to visit today. They was creating the pathway for him today. So that was our Prime Minister there yesterday. It was all happy hugs and everything, this and that. So the beast, which is the EU, was smoothing the way for the Ukrainian President Zelensky to go there, to get this agreement. And let me tell you, it took him no time to blow it up. No time to blow it up. So this is what happened. After that meeting, after that sit down, let me just quickly find it for you, family. I got to give it to you before I give you some scriptures, man. You might as well get all of it now. Let's see if we can find it.
Skip ahead here.
Yeah. Hold that. Okay, so this is what happened. 15 minutes later, they were sent packing the whole Ukrainian entourage and the president, as you're going to see. Hold on, let me just take it back a bit so you can see them coming out. Zelensky's car, the whole entourage was sent packing. Everyone was kicked out.
Did you sign the minerals deal? Did you sign the minerals deal?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's basically it. So, hey, man, this house is divided, man. This house is divided, and we're inching closer and closer to the return of our Lord Yahushua, man. Okay, so that's beautiful. All right, so any lasting presets or statements before we close up?
I'll just read verse 43 of Daniel 2.
Okay.
Right, just on that, because simply put, man, that house is divided. It's finished. Okay, it says Daniel 2:43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall not mingle themselves with the seed of men. All right, Slovakia. They shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. Okay, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as the iron, the most powerful there, is not mixed with miry clay. Okay, so that's just simply telling you that they're not together, man. They're divided, man. Okay, and they cannot cleave because they have too much problems. They have that detonation goes into their confusion. Their system is finished. That's why they're fighting over there, because the Lord put that spirit on them to keep their skirts up high in the air, starting with you, Esau, and your families. Anyway, that's all I got.
Come on.
No, I'll just read verse 44, brother, on the point. Okay, because I wanted to read that. And since I'm looking at it, the divine kingdom, the kingdom that's going to stand. So one kingdom is falling apart, and the Lord is setting up the kingdom to come into rulership. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Right, in the day of these kings, man. So in the midst of all these guys, these heathens ruling and doing what they're doing, bickering, fighting, everything, the kingdom of heaven is being established because the kingdom of heaven is here and it's within the elect.
Beautiful.
Right, and that's gonna eventually lead to Yahushua being here and basically taking the crowns off of these heathens, which is taking their rulership. So it's being established right now. The kingdom of heaven is being established right now through this word, through this truth.
Through this truth. That's right. And that's the only sign you're going to get. Well, you're going to get more signs, right? Destruction. But that's the first sign that you people miss out there. The kingdom that is being set up.
I got one precept after.
It says, let me just finish it. Beautiful. Which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left up to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. That's right. And Elder just broke it down actually. Go ahead, brother.
Stand forever, right? So there's going to be no rising up in the kingdom, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I got one last scripture.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalms 75, verse 7. It says, "But Yahweh is the judge; he putteth down one and setteth up another."
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Hawashai, there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. What you got? Are you going to say
judgment? It just says judgment. The wicked, the dregs are going to drink of that wine. The cup of wrath that's mixed, that's mingled without mixture, which means, the Lord is going to be very precise in his judgment. Very precise. There's not going to be he shouldn't have died, or that was a mistake. No, everybody that dies deserves it.
That's right.
Everybody that dies deserve it, whether it's righteousness or wickedness, man. You understand? Right. Those righteous men in the truth that have died in the truth, they deserve that rest. Those wicked people have died. Guess what? They deserve that judgment.
That's right.
Straight up.
Beautiful. They're all going into slavery. You're going to have to pray.
Let me finish this. It says, "But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai of Jacob, Yahweh. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted."
There you go.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Beautiful, man. So with that, we're going to close up, giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, and great millstone who rule well and have taught his word in truth and sincerity. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 that's pushing this word. All right, in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And the rest of you that sincerely believe, peace and mercy to you and your household. All right. Ababa Ball, Call Mashallah, and Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the full elect. Shalom to the full elect. Shalom.